What the fuck's happening, people? Welcome to the General Banter Podcast. It's Thursday, 25th of June, but never mind that. We're back in business.
We're back, baby!
Now, we're going to act like we haven't been talking to each other for about fucking 2 hours already.
There's an awful lot of shit going on here. I like the new fucking...
We've got a new setup here. Got a new setup.
There's my picture on the wall and everything.
Oh, why? Do you remember that?
There's you and your whore wife.
Stole you away.
Fucking home wrecking bitch.
Just as me and Micky were about to elope. I got married. Yeah, we're doing away with all this. I decided I don't like the artwork. I'm going to put on...
Really?
I'm going to go back to the white bricks.
I think it's nice now.
Oh, well.
I like the bonds at the bottom.
That's the Bonneville's one.
Big monkey.
Big monkey and all. How have you been, Mick?
Drunk.
Micky's been drunk.
Constantly.
Hung over today.
Yeah.
And you showed up and I went, are you drinking now? Which was a joke.
It was very funny. I giggled at that now because obviously the joke being that I love the drink.
Love fierce.
I'm fond of an old tipple now.
Fierce man for the sups.
I love swallowing liquids.
Now, do you have a problem? Let's get into it.
Well, probably at the minute I'm trying to hold in a shade.
We have toilets on site.
On site.
I mean, I feel like you're one of those people where people be like, you drink a while lot, and you're like, well, yeah, because why would I not?
Aye. I think, yeah, that's pretty much...
Be in my house, try to listen to my man.
Aye, fucking, it's all fucking flat earth and OCD in our house, like.
I think, we have a child now and whatever, but it's very distracting. But I can imagine if it was on regular lockdown,
Aye.
I'd be like, similar to like when I was like a student or like early in the comedy days, you'd be like, well, lots of days went past now.
Fuck it, let's go for a pint.
The sun's out. What else? How am I going to pass tomorrow if I'm not fucking hungover?
The problem I'm going to have is whenever the pubs open again, and then like right, it's 1:30, everybody go home. I'll be like, no, I'm not accustomed to drinking until 7.
yeah.
Like, I'm much better at it than I used to be.
I have applied for my own late license, which is going to be me in your fucking storeroom getting chin. It's hard to fucking sensibly cut it off, isn't it?
Aye. There's been a couple of times where like I went to bed proud of myself that I didn't finish a bottle of gin. Like, well done you for showing restraint.
Yeah.
And there's like at the bottom of it. And the only reason I didn't finish the gin was because I ran out of tonic.
Yeah. You're the girl who eats like, fucking a load of chicken selects and 2 Big Macs and leaves like 3 chips going, I think I've hit my calorie target for today, which is 7,000.
100,000 calories. So it's been fucking loads of pints. I'm actually bored of drinking. I've got to the point where I'm like, because I went round to see a mate yesterday that I haven't seen for a couple of years, and within 10 minutes it was like, do you want to go get a carry out? And I was like, my mind's telling me no, and my liver's also telling me no. my body! my body's saying get in the knee.
You'd think like, I at the minute I'm literally fucking Frank the Tank out of that movie. I'd be like, I'm watching.
Frank the
No, what do you call it? Fucking old school. I'm like, I'm watching the calories of a child. And then I take one sip and I'm like,
I know. That's fucking. I've been a few nights ago where I'm like, I can have one beer just because it's nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fucking.
You with headphones on the garden.
With top off.
Fuck up with you, man.
No beer. I'm 33.
Are you one of those people that needs to fucking put the recycling bin on a tow bar and take it to the top of the drive?
There was a point where like,
is there a body in that?
the recycling centre was closed in Lurgan for fucking months, and there was a point where me and my dad were like, how the fuck are we going to get rid of all this?
Yeah. We're gonna have to start a landfill in the garden here.
Gonna have to put this in fucking a bath full of acid like in Breaking Bad.
You go out your back and there's a full Game of Thrones thing made out of Heineken bottles.
It's a greenhouse. Love you done the place.
So do your dad and you play tricks on people because you look exactly the same now with shaved head?
Yeah, it's getting to that point. I know it's a fucking nightmare that
send your dad on stage one
just
night.
Shaving my head made me look 63.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see, if I don't shave mine regularly enough, then I look 63. I gotta keep it short and
that's the thing.
sleek.
I'm at that point where I'm like, I might start wet shaving it, just because it's got that like. When you really shave it down, you go, oh, your hairline's actually not even like one line. Do you know what I mean? It's all kind of fucking.
Oh, you're fucking
weird looking.
Preaching to the choir, sir.
So I might just fucking take it right down to the skin.
What's that noise? Big car? You're gonna have to close the windows. We've got a producer now. Shout out to Niall.
Close that fucking window. I'm joking. Thanks for coming.
Put some clothes on with you.
Fucking put your dick away, you pervert. Take it out again. That's lovely.
sexually assaulting women at work is so 2019.
It's so down south comedy. Not
get yourself
not
a
up here in the
male
occupied sex
producer and flash him your dong every once in a while. Fuck's sake, keep the world turning.
A drip of coke on my forehead.
Not the first time, Mick.
Baldy man.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen you online already getting experimental with hats. You know what I mean? Running around like
Man, that hat's gonna look fucking great in the Ulster Hall. Hopefully 17th of October.
Are you gonna wear the fucking fedora?
Fucking right, I'm gonna wear the fedora.
Are you getting it filmed?
Maybe I.
Ruining the whole video.
I'm gonna look like Patrice O'Neill. Oh, I'm blacking up as well.
You're gonna look like Patrice O'Neill. Oh my god! If he worked in the butchers.
It's like Patricia O'Neill.
Pat O'Neill.
I'm Patsy O'Neill. You know the man himself.
Patsy, aye.
Bad queer fella.
What are you looking? Pound of vegetable roll, is it?
Half a bit mince there too. 4 sashes.
But you know, no wonder people just go for the fucking like I'm wearing a black t-shirt and jeans because it takes a while to age.
Aye.
You know, you watch old Billy Connolly or George Carlin and he's just wearing a fucking black t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, that looks alright.
I was watching my Ulster Hall thing the other day.
Like Richard Pryor in a fucking, you know, red romper. Full red jumpsuit and you're like, yeah, that dates a wee bit, Richard.
It doesn't iconic though, all the same.
Iconic on the same. That's why my next special.
Iconic all the same.
I'm wearing full gorilla suit.
Oh yeah.
No. Very
But you coming out in the nip?
I bought this thing, right, for shaving your back. That's how you're like, I shave my head. You're speaking the black belts around here.
What if it's just a razor on a stick, like, or?
Yeah. It's like a Mach 3, but it's about the size of a tennis bat. I swear to God, and I'll tell you something, it's tremendous. It's like a squeegee for your back.
How often do you have to shave your back?
I don't know. How long's a piece of twice a day? I don't know.
How long's your back hair?
Well, you plait it and just snip it off.
Oh, fucking hell.
No.
Somebody showed me something recently. Whenever you like go, how do really big fat people wipe their arse? Mm-hmm. And there's like a stick that you can put toilet paper on to wipe your hole with.
Really?
Yeah, it was on like your wish recommendations where you're like, what have I been talking about? The phone's been recording.
Yeah, Ma, I can't reach my ass again.
Look at that there, and I don't even have a hairy back, but I might get one of them for the crack.
It works anywhere, really. It works anywhere. It's fucking.
If I was going to shave my arse crack, I need a crowbar.
The problem is, my back's that wide as well that like I need an extension on that. I'm like a guy cleaning windows at a fucking skyscraper.
Paint the side of a lorry.
And then boys cleaning your gutters out. That's why I'm like,
trying to get a cat out of a tree.
I'm like, that's clean as a whistle, and then I turn around the other way and I'm like, nah, missed a bit.
Oh fucking hell.
But
like, would your back be hairy enough you could potentially shave stuff into it, like a letter or whatever, like a big C?
Probably, yeah.
Grow it out to fucking the...
I mean, as Maureen has complained before, she goes, if it was uniformly hairy, she'd be happy enough.
Aye.
But it seems to just be like down the two flanks like that.
Ah, right.
It's disgusting. I've hair everywhere that I shouldn't have it. You know, and then like my legs aren't overly hairy, my arms aren't overly hairy.
Aye.
And the back is like a fucking wild boar.
I know. I remember I think I seen you.
But that's what fucking men look like.
I didn't even know you had a tattoo in your back
until you were bucking me. Speaking of sexual assault, I'm pretty sure the only people we've been sexually assaulting is each other.
Yeah,
for
without a doubt.
I've pressed my dick in your back.
Yeah, you kissed me all the time in Edinburgh. The time you stuck your tongue in my mouth.
I don't remember that at all. But
it was,
I'm sticking so many tongues in so many mouths, I can't even fucking remember.
Fucking hell. I think there's a photo of like me and you're letting on to go with each other, and then you go. And there's a photo right after of me like.
What Edinburgh?
And it was the Three Sisters one time.
Fuck. How are they doing?
It was the same episode Chrissy Bowe's balls.
Oh yeah. Fucking who didn't? See it from the moon.
Guy on the ground floor was like, what the fuck?
Like he was literally, you know, he was joking around taking a shit with the door open, and then he jokingly stood up and his nuts were still in the water.
Aye.
What did I say? His nuts looked like a horse being airlifted out of a canyon.
I thought he'd
when the horse was just like...
I thought he'd set in bubblegum.
He's got them fruit... What do you call it? What do you call it? Fruitylicious nuts? What do you call that, jingle?
Juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit. No, what's the pink one called? No.
Hubba Bubba.
Juicylicious? Oh, that's my screen name on...
OnlyFans?
Would you release a special on OnlyFans? That might be the new move.
Fuck, yeah. I don't have a special release, but I maybe. Would you?
Why not? It's just a platform. I don't even think OnlyFans was necessarily for like porn material.
Yeah.
I think it was just like get on my fucking Twitch or get on my Patreon or something like that. There. Who knows?
I don't really know much about it now.
So
just I know there's a couple of like Instagram models that are like join my OnlyFans, and you're kind of like, why? You've put it all over Instagram. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think people are under the impression like, if I pay into this, I'm getting to see tits.
Aye.
I'm getting to see ass. How many dudes could pull it off? Who do we know that'd be like, if I had an OnlyFans pull my knob out, people would actually pay for it?
That bloke will play guitar at your wedding.
Oh yeah, I'd pay for that.
Fucking hell.
I swear to God, people like fellas like dropping their fork at the dinner and all that.
Like Maureen was the second best looking person at her own wedding.
I nearly had that award. Don't you fucking come into my wedding in a sheer blouse.
You sexy fucker.
You sexy bastard. What's your hair made out of vinyl?
Keep playing that guitar a wee second, I'll have a cry. Fuck, you're everything. You're the kind of man I want and want to be.
You virtuoso wee hairless bastard.
Fucking babe. You wee babe.
You fucking just want to pick up by the waist. Like
aggressively saying cute stuff. You're not but a wee fucking, you're like a wee puppy.
Bet you having a fucking Westmont.
Fucking coochie coo.
Give your daddy a kiss.
You fucking clap her hands.
And the other guy's just the polar opposite of that. Just to balance it out, they've got like, you know, Jethro Tull on the other side.
He looks like what I imagine Finn McCool looked like. Dying.
We are Finn McCool and the sexy bastard.
A two. No, it's 1, 2, 3 in it. That's how you count.
I have no idea.
I'm so hungover.
I couldn't even fucking say my own name when I seen him.
Can't even fucking spell it.
Aye, so, you know, it's been well documented, your online demise, but...
yes.
So, the old conspiracy podcast kicking off for you? I mean, is this not like fucking... If you have a conspiracy podcast, you're like rubbing your fucking hands together at the minute?
Totally, yeah, 100%. Like, that was... Because the podcast me and Casey do, it's like... It was supposed to be just kind of... just about news. We were just like, right, let's do one where it's like... Yeah. It's not just fucking comedians talking shit, because there's loads of those. We'll try and make it sort of half topical. And then lockdown happened. We both went, you ready? It was like, put tinfoil hats on. Like, who the fuck did it?
Who did it? Thatcher!
So there's some fucking rabbit holes, sir, that you don't want to go down. Yeah, some dark shit.
Plandemic or no?
I haven't seen Plandemic yet. See, that's another thing as well. I'm so fucking afraid of watching all this stuff in case I lose my mind.
I don't fully fall for anything.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite good at watching like the news and going like, and then hearing some mad conspiracy and going, and then going back home and not giving a fuck about anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know?
But back in the bed.
I would never be like losing sleep, like up all night, just being like, fucking Epstein, where are the documents? You know, screaming at the fucking moon.
There's some weird shit. I think there's definitely stuff where, like, when Madeleine McCann came back on the news, even I, as like not a conspiracy theorist, but people I know that are mad into it, like every time she's in the news, something's happening. Like there'll be some change in legislation or whatever. Which like just I think so
they're just trying to like they're using her as a false flag. Yeah, was she real at all? Who knows? We got 3 cameras now. I'm looking at them all. Madeleine.
But I don't fuck it. It's a good crack podcast to do, like, especially considering, you know me, I don't do very much of the work. I just sit there and listen to Connor and go fucking hell, and then people give us.
I've listened to it a few times, and he'll go off on like a 15-minute thing, and even your audio glazes over. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm only listening to this, and I know he's just going.
But there's times where like we've done it where
oh no shit, man,
we've done it in fucking like Connor's shed, which is pretty much hotboxing like halfway through. I'll just be fucking just like secondarily stoned. Like I have to drive home 20 minutes. Shit.
Secondarily stoned. He drove home from Lavery's one night. Me and Aaron were in the car, and he's smoking joints in the car, like. And I don't know if I should be telling anyone this.
I know he wasn't. He wouldn't do it in the car.
No, he wouldn't. He wasn't doing it in the car, but outside the car, and he was blowing the smoke in.
Aye.
And we were happening to be in the car, and we stopped at McDonald's in Lisburn, and I had to pull my lips back down from over my eyelids. I turned around my can, I was like, "Are you all right?"
It was when I told him about like the amount
at 47 nuggets.
We smoked a gram of weed in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I remember it and don't remember it well.
And I told Casey, but he was like, "See, last time I went to Amsterdam, I'd smoked 4 grams before 10:30 in the morning." Like, well, his tolerance for it's amazing.
show off.
I know.
You know?
Whatever. How many pence can you drink? Huh?
Aye, but what do you want? Do you want to spend fucking like $4,000 before lunchtime? Or do you want to buy 1 gram and you're fucking retarded for the whole weekend?
I suppose. Because how much did we buy? Was it the 1 gram? No.
Well, the very first time
I was there on more of a drinking jolly. No, I'm not. I prefer pints to fucking weed any day. Like.
Oh, fucking, so do I.
But you've never been near it since?
I have. It's hard as just drought, you know.
Is there a drought?
I don't know. I'm very casual.
Cartels?
I'm very much like, can you get it to my house without any effort, and I'll pay you.
Can you get it here before I decide I don't want it after all?
Yeah. Also, I miss like shit weed. You know, like now some guy will be like, this is a fucking hybrid, whatever, and you fucking forget you're alive, and then you're like, where's the like, behind the school.
Aye.
Smoking it through a Coke tin, and we all have a fucking laugh, and a guy called Simon eats 100 nuggets and then bulks them up with big red eyes. Where's that?
That'll happen? That's
the
story?
He's like a fucking Pez machine, because he barely chewed them, so he was just like, because he was smoking hash in a fucking Fanta tin. Do you remember that? People used to like squash it and fucking pierce it, and then just be like, you get your whole mouth around the tins. I was like, and it's just hitting you right in the back of the lungs.
No, I never smoked weed like that.
Fucking gay.
Remember one time trying to make my own fuck it in the house and completely like just go, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And then I think I ended up like just
before you could
like,
Google it,
holding the weed and burn it and going like it still worked.
hot knife in it, like you're in a fucking
out of it.
Now what is there?
Because there was a time it was actually Connor gave us it. Remember he gave me and you a fucking bit of it? Or yeah, I think he gave you some already, and then he was like, "There you go, Mick, happy Christmas." And I was in the house, smoked a wee bit of it, and it was like, it's not even that strong, so big deal. And then as I was loading the dishwasher, I remember like having a plate in my hand and being like, "What's the point?"
Yeah.
Well, sitting on the sofa for 4 hours. Like
he loves that, like, you know, you're terminally ill weed, where it's like, man, everything's
like
gonna be okay.
Medication,
You're just like, where's all the giggly shit? You know, you want to be like,
I've
watching cartoons.
Me and Connor said I want to go up a fucking mountain someday and just take a load of shrooms.
Yeah,
I've never taken mushrooms, so I want to do that. It's my next kind of fucking
because you know you can go to Amsterdam and do it, no problem. But also, I don't want to die in a canal.
Exactly. The idea, I think, of taking mushrooms in a city like that would.
Yeah, it's walking around there sober at night, looking around. You're like,
aye,
this is creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it's like I think walking around Amsterdam is like it's the closest I've got to. Do you know if you see a movie when someone's fucked up and they're clearly holding the camera themselves, you know that fucking that's what Amsterdam's like.
Yeah,
sober.
And literally, like you're like, the walls are bending in, and then a lot of the buildings that there do actually go like this, and you're like, this is creepy.
Like, that girl has her tits out.
I know. This one's waving me in. There's a penis. Oh no. I was talking about that a few weeks ago. I was like, you know, you get all these rich cunts. You're like, why are they into bucking kids so much? You know, the Epsteins and all.
Yeah.
And you're like, you can go to fucking Amsterdam and for 50 quid bang fucking Beyonce.
Aye, fucking actual porn star.
Yeah, you're like, you're walking along and you're just like, well, I've never seen anyone that on my life.
You can also
and she's like, for the price of, you know, to fill your tank, you can fill my tank.
You can also just grab your dick for free.
You grab your dick for free.
Yeah. It's like hanging off the end of your wrist, spit on it, then grab your dick. And
I know. Like that Epstein documentary, you're like, bro, this guy loves massages. But you know, like, why dress it up in the sports massage anyway?
Aye.
Rub my feet, then eventually culminating in a hand job.
Can you send somebody around to my room because I have an awful stiff cock? He's a cunt.
Mr. Epstein, I believe you have an egg-shaped penis.
That was fucking amazing.
Oh, I bet you the guy was like fucking... Yeah. Like...
Aye.
Of course he has a weird dick. Like, no one's going to be like, we had reports you had a beautiful penis.
Aye, because doesn't fucking Harvey Weinstein's got a weird cock as well? Something came out about that.
Yeah, I've heard different stuff that he had some disorder. Do you want to Google it?
Yeah. Is it something to do with diabetics or some shit like that?
Diabetes. Got that diabetes.
I got the sugars.
I got that sugar cock.
It's granulated.
I got to beat his penis.
I had to put my penis inside your vagina using a spoon and a little wooden stick.
My dick's a cube.
I'm literally the only man on the planet that has that sweet, sweet D.
Now lift my gun and have at it. You be in Spider.
I'll meet you beside the potted plant.
You'll be in the 19th Spider-Man movie this year. Whoever I'm Morgan Freeman.
I remember the first time I saw Harvey Weinstein's penis.
But that tape of him when he's trying to convince her, please, but it's so desperate, isn't it? You feel
I haven't seen any of that shit.
There was a tape recording where the girl was trying to set him up. penis disease. And he's like, just please, don't embarrass me. Please come to the room right now. Please come. Don't embarrass me. Don't do this to me. And
oh no, what is it?
Deformed penis, acute oh man,
there's nothing cute about it.
it's acute bacterial disease. Of course, he looks like a fucking toad. What's he like now with the Zimmer frame and all? He probably fucked himself arthritic.
No, I think he's putting that shit on because he didn't have it before he was going to court.
Of course, he's all like, you know.
I can't hurt nobody no more.
I'm defensive, so mate. Where's that accent come from? I'm an old man. I could not possibly have sex.
Yes, I may have a playground in my house.
I swear to God, I was glued to that Epstein thing.
Oh, well, it was fucking nuts.
I was just like, what? The thing that gets me is when people just ruthlessly do whatever they want to do.
Aye.
That freaks me out. Where someone's like, he's just like had enough money to cover everything up and was like, no, it's quite out in the open that I fuck 16-year-olds and younger. So
like when you hear him on the phone talking about the time he was convicted for it, and it's like, no, that's incorrect. It was actually soliciting a minor for sex.
Yeah,
and having sex with a minor. Like
yeah. But that's what I said on my last podcast. I was like, he was like, what's the big deal with this? If I was in New York, this would be a $60 fine. And you're like, who knows that information?
Aye, exactly.
Who's going through the red tape of like bucking a 14-year-old? Well, if that was tell you what, if I was set foot over here,
aye,
that'd be $60.
Fucking
and all of a sudden I'm in jail over here. Come on.
And even the fact that like the money he had meant he could just go to jail, for an hour.
For lunch.
Right. Yeah.
Just head in there.
Do what you want and then be like, night, Bubba. Nah, Jeffrey.
How many hours did you spend there? No, 6 days or 6 hours a day or something. I'm trying to find. Look at that. No testicles.
What?
Multiple victims have spoken of Weinstein's deformed genitals during his explosive rape trial in New York earlier this year. Did you hear fucking Ron Jeremy is going to jail?
Aye. Is he actually going to jail? Is he? Like...
Imagine being a porn star for like 50 years of your life and then only having 4 sexual assault cases.
Fucking hell! I didn't actually read about it. I thought.
Do you reckon when your dick's that big, it can happen by accident? You sit down, you're like, sorry, my dick went in your fucking face there. Ugly cunt.
He has a hog on him.
Ugly bastard. Cut and sewn back.
What?
On and
what?
I mean, if you had such a gross,
big develop, my genitals are now deformed after fucking hearing that sentence.
If you had such a gross, wounded penis, would you be like, touch my penis? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, fucking hell.
Contracted genital. I'm gonna ready.
Right. What's it called? No images. Oh, no. What is it? Oh no! What's that one?
This one?
No, the darn. Make it go away.
Where's his testes out to the side like that?
What's that there?
Which one?
The one that. No. I'm too hungover for this shit.
No, that one is actually just.
Is that Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo in the middle?
That one's actually a chorizo. That's a Tesco's chorizo. Oh my god. But yeah, why is it always gross? But then, it's not always gross because then this brings us nicely along to Chris D'Elia.
Aye.
He's not a gross guy. There's rumours going around he's got a piece on him.
Aye, yeah.
And he's out there texting some kids.
Man, fucking...
I mean, I know it's like...
It's like, when I watched his special and he was like, no one believes me, but I've never drank or taken drugs in my life. I was like, well, you do something.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of that.
Like, if you're a comedian, you've never been fucking out of it. You're into something.
If you have never drank ever, they shouldn't let you in clubs.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a very good point. You shouldn't be allowed to vote.
You're like, this isn't your world.
Aye.
Go to a cafe, you dick.
Yeah, go and sit in the library.
But I mean, it's weird because I keep going back and forward where it's like, it doesn't even matter if things are true or not these days. As soon as someone says a thing, it's like fucking. But then it is there are like screenshots and it's there's too many stories of like. But all I kept thinking about was like, when they're on the road and we're in fucking Vancouver and he's in a hotel and we're going up to this hotel room for parties and all I can think of is like, like going to a gig in Mayo and staying in a fucking in a B&B by myself where there's no Wi-Fi and there's like,
going to sleep with the light on because it's definitely haunted.
Yeah, not the same over here, is it? Who am I texting? Oh, no signal.
Can I ring you off the landline, daughter?
But yeah, it gets to the point where you're like, you know, even if people are throwing fanny at you, you're like, you gotta be like a fucking grown up about it, like.
It's one of those things. It's like you're weirdly glad that you get uglier as you get older, and that like a fucking, like a 17-year-old pretending to be a 20-year-old would never come near you.
Yeah,
but he knew he
plays up to it. He's like, kids were, I think people should always be wary of.
What's the legal age for having sex in America?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the age of consent? Because it's 17 here, isn't it? I'm not being like.
Oh, like I think it changed. It's some places it's 17, some places it's 18, some places it's like 16. It changes state to state.
So what's the youngest girl he was involved with? Like,
I think it was like 15.
Oh fuck! I didn't even fucking hear that bit.
But you know, like that term, even the legal age of consent, is weird too. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's weird. It is just weird because it could still be predatory behavior, if that makes sense. If you're fucking, if the legal age is 17 and a 40-year-old's still in your fucking DMs, does it really matter if you're 17 or 18 when you're still doing your fucking A levels?
Aye.
And a 40-year-old could be.
Oh, but fucking hell!
That's what creeps me out. You know, people always go like, "Man, is there anything you shouldn't joke about?" And you know, you think you've overstepped the line. And you're very crass. You use a lot of bad language. You want your comedians fat and fucking ugly and gross and out in the open. A disgusting person instead of like quietly being like, isn't it funny when girls are like, oh, I'm so drunk, you know, he's doing all that shitty comedy. His last special was good, but there's a lot of stuff on bollocks. But it's all cutesy fucking, you know, he walks out and he knows, you know, he's like, all you can hear is girls screaming. It's not like regular comedy. It's not like an ugly, you know, fucking gross guy telling like dick jokes, you know what I mean? He's all cutesy and fucking.
I've only ever fucking thought he was. The only time I've ever thought he was even funny was that like Dylan Doolittle, the crowd work stuff.
Yeah, he's brilliant at crowd work. All the crowd work.
And the rest of
there's a full crowd work almost special, like a half-hour thing. Where it's hilarious. And then when he does material, he starts to talk like Mitch Hedberg, and you're like, who's that? What's this voice? You know,
his materials fucking stinks.
Like I growled at a baby. Start drinking.
No shit. We know about that now.
Get in the van.
Take your sweeties. That's fucking dark. That's so dark. Nah, fucking hell.
I mean, it's just fucking.
But what did you think about the whole like with Diaz and always getting called out about that?
But again,
that video?
Again, he's just like. What people don't like is when someone acts like they're fucking squeaky clean, and then they're not.
Aye.
So Joey Diaz is like, he goes, I've used this podcast as like therapy. I've told you all the horrible shit I've done.
Aye.
But I just think like, you know, he's talking about a time back when it was just a debauched mess. Yeah. Everybody's a fucking coke addict. Everybody's drunk. People are on fucking heroin. He's stealing shit. People are fucking sucking dicks for coke. You know what I mean? It's just this wild world of like.
One video where he was like, you heard me tell a story about kidnapping a man and putting him in a boot and nobody complained.
Yeah. Like, but that is the thing. It's just like, he has openly talked about all the fucked up shit that he's done, and he has, apologized and made up in person with a lot of the people.
Yeah.
There was a documentary about it, like a self-shot sort of documentary thing, and he knows that. So you can go back and honestly, like, you could go back and pull shit up on anybody that's putting out so much material.
Yeah, totally.
And take it out of context, or they mention something, but it's just like. I don't know. It's just, are you supposed to have this fucking? Now, obviously, there's some cases like fucking rape or something where you're like, yeah, we don't wipe the slate clean after shit like that. But it's like, can you not be a fucking mess at one point?
Aye.
Can you not say a word that society deemed fucking normal to say at the time, and now 15 years go by and you go, oh yeah, we don't say fucking beep anymore.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's like you can't. Things do change, and if you change with it, it's fine.
Exactly, yeah.
But don't be fucking DMing 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're 40.
Aye.
Imagine listening to a fucking 16-year-old.
I know, that's the thing.
He's like, suck my dick. And she goes, this time he finished doing this TikTok here. You're like, get in the fucking bed already. I have to get up. You turn into your dad. I have to fucking get up in the morning.
Hurry up before his fucking tablet wears off.
Get in the fucking bed, He's sitting there with a heart on. She's down in the bed going like this.
You're sitting there. You're overstimulated.
You're overtired.
You know what you're like. You don't get 8 hours, ma.
Take your last bottle, quick. I mean, it's a fucking disaster. Like,
oh man,
I couldn't be honest with that. You see a lot of people, you know, like. I know several people where they're like going out with like young girls, and then eventually they're like, right, I'll just settle down with like someone my age.
Aye.
People who are like 35. I was talking to someone yesterday, and they're like, oh, their mate was like 35 to 36. And he's like, the last 4 girls he's been with were like 22, 21, you know, way younger than him.
Aye.
And now he's in like a serious thing with someone his own age. Because you probably just go like, right, I can't keep up with shit.
Aye, man. I like even fucking.
Imagine being 40 and you're like in a relationship with someone who's like 20 and you're just walking around fucking Primark for 9 hours on a Saturday. Like, I'm going to shoot myself in the face.
She takes one more fucking selfie.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You see those guys, don't you? Like, when they're sitting there with a fucking watermelon martini, like, in some fucking nightclub, wearing a bunch of fucking Von Dutch gear that he thinks is still cool. He's got like a fucking silver writing on all.
Yeah, those Polish people jeans.
It's a pair of like bleached jeans over a pair of dark jeans, and then they cut them open.
Bigger tits than her.
And he's got the old tattoos that were cool. Panther love.
I wasn't in the UVF, I just liked them.
What was that story? My dog's called Oda. I believe you're a member of the paramilitary, sir. What makes you got? It says UDA in your hands. My dog's name's Oda.
Is that a real thing?
Aye. My mom told me that.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, but it's so creepy. And then, isn't it mad how like this all started with the fucking George Floyd thing, and then it's fucking just dispersed throughout every subcategory of like social justice.
Back to my own sort of type of podcast. It's almost if there's a certain level of divide and conquer going on here.
Kind of, yeah, because it's just like, how did it go from that to like a race riot to like, oh my god, these people are looting, to the police are being too brutal to everybody now. Aye. It's almost like they went, do you know when you're like, oh no, we're not specifically brutal to black people.
Oh yeah, we hate everybody.
I'll stove a 90-year-old's head in, no fucking, don't you fucking worry about it.
What's this, white guy? See?
That's your granny, is it? Fucking hell, bitch. And break her legs. So
throw pepper spray this puppy here. Any questions?
But it's like fucking. It went to that, and then the Chris D'Elia thing popped up, and then even the comedy scene in Northern or in Ireland in general was just like
even all over the UK as well.
UK, this person does this person does this, and then it's getting to the point where it's like, fuck me. I mean, here's the thing: if it's comedy, if you worked in the post office, it doesn't matter where it is. There will always be a connection to someone who's been acting a cunt.
Aye. Well, what somebody said is a great point about like the comedy scene, where it's like that it's not like abuse and stuff like that. It's not an exclusively in comedy. Like if you look at comedy as a microcosm of the whole fucking planet.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? It's
if you worked in the restaurant business.
Yeah,
I bet you someone knows fucking 2 chefs that are like, you know, if you suck his dick, you get a fucking bigger cut of the tips or something. Sorry for the, you know, for want of a better term, but it is this. You know, someone will be like, I worked in a nightclub. This guy was weird. I worked over here. This guy's weird. I worked in a fucking law office. The guy's fucking flashing his dick. You know what I mean? It's like they're fucking weirdos all over the place.
Yeah, totally. I think there's something in like comedy promoters sometimes where you're like, because I do sometimes look at promoters and go, how the fuck have you been, like, comedians are all narcissists. We're all like, fucking, I'm going to make people laugh, right? If you look at it that way, I'm going to walk in a room full of strangers, make them all laugh, and then charge them for it.
Yeah.
And a comedy promoter's like, I'm not even going to do the making them laugh bit. I'm just going to take the money. You're like, what kind of fucking...
And the gatekeeper.
What kind of power trip are you on? Like,
well, I'll be honest, like, running a club...
I would run a club as a comic and being a promoter is 2 different things.
What is a promoter?
Well, you're not a promoter, you're a comedian who has a comedy club. Do you know what I mean?
Would a promoter just be someone who just has comedy clubs?
Yeah, who just like a promoter, like somebody who like a comedy club fucking promoter. Some countries like, right, starting in 5 minutes, everybody need a drink.
Yeah,
and you think that's all they're doing when they're really taking more money than anybody in the fucking.
Well, I think
like there's certain elements of it where like I think in comedy or in the arts or whatever, the amount of times where like you're told to feel privileged about looking for money for the thing you do professionally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're lucky to be here. You're lucky to fucking have me, cunt.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It's this weird thing where it's like one doesn't really happen without the other.
Yeah.
But one of them gets paid way more.
Yeah.
It's a different story. Like, you know, if a lot of comedians, which the vast majority don't have any pull whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you can come in and do a slot and you haven't filled the club. If someone else has like done the work over the years and the club is full of people and you're like, this is my room, no one knows who you are, but I'll let you do 20 minutes and give you a fucking 100 quid.
Aye, there's that. That's a good point as well. Like,
There is an element of that.
But there's other places where like, I think,
but even still,
probably somebody brings you in to do a gig knowing you're going to pull a crowd in, and they go, "There's your 120 quid," and you're like, "I know there was fucking
for sure
thousands taken to that door." Like,
but yeah, and the good promoters know that. Like, they go like, "Okay, a lot of these people are here to see this headline."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It actually has happened to me in some places where people are like, "Right, well, we'll pay you more than normal because
you brought a fucking
this place is jammed." Like, you know, but again, it's one of them things. It's like, if you really want the real money, you do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. Like, you have to take ownership of running the fucking thing.
Yeah, totally.
If you want the most money out of it for all the effort you put in type thing. But it's any time there's a gatekeeper and there's a bit of power involved.
Something fucked up's going to happen.
Something weird is going to happen.
It's so fucking horrible, like, but it's just the way it is. Some things.
And the gatekeeper at Lavery's is Maureen Geddis.
Aye.
And if you want to email her and beg her for a spot, and she'll
ignore you promptly.
she'll let you know. She'll let you know what she thinks of your material, regardless of genitals, race.
It's see, when I think back on it, like, because I'm getting to the point now with lockdown where I'm like, I'm not even really missing stand up anymore. Like, I'm missing it. If you know what I mean. But
I don't give a fuck at all. Like, I think
it's the hardest thing to start. Like, when you think back on it, starting stand up, you're like, this is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's driving somewhere hoping you get paid.
It's gonna feel like that again, though.
Yeah, I think so.
It's gonna, like, because I was thinking about it and everything, and you know, people were talking about doing these gigs, these distance gigs and drive-in gigs and stuff, and I was like, I need like a room that holds about 40 people, and I need to do 2 shows a night for about 2 weeks.
To get
so that I have fucking 20 minutes.
I
have nothing, like, and I feel like, you know, the guys that were sort of like professional comedians haven't done anything, you know, and everyone else is like, man, I'm writing more and it's great and whatever, and the guys that actually do it are like, nah, I've done fucking nothing.
I think it's because
Shane was just like, I haven't done anything.
Me and Shane, actually, we did a couple of wee fucking Zoom calls trying to write bits and pieces, but you do get to the point where you're like, you're just writing in the vacuum here. There's no point.
No.
Because, like, you know yourself, how much material have you got that, like, one day is a fucking killing bit, the next day it's no longer topical and it doesn't work anymore.
Oh yeah, loads of bits. Like.
So there's tons of that shit where, like,
most of my set.
Yeah. I've got a couple of fucking belters though.
I'll go up on stage and I'll be like, guys, you remember planking? Do you remember? That was fucking wild, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that, am I right?
Chocolate rain.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Fucking hell.
It'd be fucking weird to see what happens, like, if and when it fucking... do you reckon it could be, like, the rest of the year before we're back doing gigs?
I haven't really... I've almost accepted the fact that I probably won't be doing anything regularly till, like, next summer.
Wow.
Like, you know, May next year or something.
Fucking hell, it's nuts, like.
And I don't really give a shit about it. Because there's other ways to be funny, I'm okay.
Aye.
And I feel like I nearly need to learn to do stand-up again, because, you know, like, if you look at how mad the end of the year was for me,
aye,
and I was doing, like, the biggest shows I've ever done, I almost have fucking PTSD about it now.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I would nearly rather start again and be like, right, I'm just learning to put material together here with no pressure. That's what I miss, is, like, just doing a gig where you don't really give a shit about it because it's not yours.
Aye.
I shit myself more at Lavery's than I do anywhere else, because I'm like, fuck, this has to be funny and I have to do stuff. I'd love to just turn up with a notebook and be like, right, this might be bollocks.
Yes, that's one of my... Yeah, I love doing, like... If I was doing, like, previews in the black box or something.
Yeah.
But I'll do a preview in the black box of stuff I've put together in Lavery's.
Yeah.
And I miss, like... Yeah, I miss that pressure of, like, fucking... This, like, just fucking making a bit work and, you know...
I know, but, well, that's the thing. Like, I think you get to a certain stage you can definitely do it. Where like, I remember fucking who was it? It was Niamh Marin was at Lavery's, and you went up and you were like writing a thing. And then he went up and did it. And she's like, that fucking bastard. How does he fucking sit there and write it and then go up the stage and it's fucking funny straight away? You know?
Well, I think Carl Spain's one of those guys as well. Like he's
like, just fucking, you know, he's fucking beast. When people say never off, that's it. Like, it's just everything's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Like,
he's one of those guys where like, because sometimes you meet people that are never off and I don't like them. I'm like, would you fucking stop trying?
You're one of them.
No, I'm off all the time. You talk about I'm off right now. I'm not even that funny. So stop it. I just don't even feel myself.
You're fucking right, you do.
Drop my can.
Watch my good IKEA table.
Fucking dying. But Spader's one of those guys where like you think he's going to be fucking on constantly joke, and then when you do a bit that's really good, he'll be like, he's so sweet. He's like, that's so fucking great.
He is, and
he's so good at fixing bits. No,
yeah,
if you can't spot where the better line is, he's like, say this, like, swap that about, and you're like,
and it's gold. Not him trying to be anything other than just kind.
Yeah, I think he just loves comedy. Like,
because the first time I ever met him, it was at Queen's, and I was doing like a spot, and I come off, and he goes, "Oh, you should say this or whatever." And of course, you know, when you're like 2 years in, I was like, "Fuck off!"
Who's this fucking
jabroni Tato man looking bastard? Fuck off! I know how to do comedy. I've done it. You know when you know how many gigs you've done. I've done 40 gigs.
There is that thing. Like, it does
take to drink his free beer. It
does definitely take a couple of years for you to go, "Oh, I'm full of shit."
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I still don't know. I'm shit. I watch stuff and I'm like, this is shit.
Man,
like.
I fucking been watching my Ulster Hall thing like a couple of times when I'm blocked, just like trying to mess stand up and all, like, oh, and I go, why has nobody ever told me my feet don't stop moving? I do stand up like that.
Just giving the arches a rest.
Nobody fucking told me.
Oh, fuck's sake! How long have we been talking for? 42 minutes. Oh. So yeah, don't be sexually assaulting anyone out there if you're on a comedy gig, because you're fucking it up for everyone. And I joked around the other day. I was saying people are going to think comedians are like priests now. Where you tell people someone you do comedy, and they're like, "Oh, fucking into the young children, are you?
Man.
Into the young girls."
It's so fucked up. How many is it now? Like when it comes to fucking like pedophiles,
famous ones.
Well, comedians.
Oh, comedian. Well,
Cosby and nothing.
Pedophiles, not many, but like
Cosby wasn't even a pedophile.
No, it was all just rapey. Yeah. But then see when you go back in time and you're like, things were definitely more lax back then. You know, even when you talk
like
about
Elvis having a 15-year-old wife, all that sort of shit.
Yeah, like, and people, even when you talk to like your parents or people or whoever, you know, other people will be like, well, you know, I finished this and left home at 14, and all. You know, people were doing way more mature,
way faster, like
mature shit back then. You know, like, I just thought I would travel the world at 16. You know, in the 70s.
I saw it was a great article. Oh my god, I'm one of those cunts. I read a great article the other day about, it's not about growing up, but it's about two wee fellas from like Mayo that just fucking got a flight to New York.
Yeah.
Like in the fucking like 80s or 70s, 80s, whatever.
Right.
Where they were just like, fuck it, shall we? And they're like,
shall we, boys?
Like they snuck onto a boat to Holyhead and then somehow managed to get money for the train to Heathrow. And then walked up that New York flight and went, like an Air India flight to New York, and basically went, our mum and dad are behind us, and like, on you go. And the two of them just fucking sat there and
smoke fags
all the way over to New York.
You could do that shit back in the day, you know, and then fucking 9/11
Fucking 9/11 happened, didn't it? I can't even fucking drink your water bottle.
But yeah, people, I mean, even Maureen was telling me the story of like her granddad and his brothers and all, and you're just like, mad. You know, like back in the day, you could just fucking pull a few, nothing dodgy, but like, you know, outsmart a few people, and all of a sudden you're doing well, and business, and you know, and they've this fucking empire now. You know, it's crazy. Like, I love those stories.
My granny, he was killing Nazis.
I know. And now we're like, I accidentally was in Tesco and I put a packet of chewing gum in my pocket. I paid for it. Savage.
I believe in free speech, so please, Mr. Hitler, if you would like to speak for 2 minutes, and then we will have a debate. Thank you.
Do you reckon how long do you give stand up as an art form before people are like, you're actually not allowed to say whatever you think?
And you know, I'm actually, and I, as a fucking like, think of myself as a wee liberal woke lefty, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you know, I'm going to get so fucking, I'm going to say the N word twice when you show.
Yeah, and
there's a point behind it, but also to annoy people that I don't like. Not black people there.
And you should, Mick. You should. It is your right as a white pink man to say.
As a wee ginger girl, it is. You're right.
As a furry ginger spud, you should be able to say the N-word.
As a 6-nippled fucking freak, it is. You're right.
As a pregnant pit bull.
For you to get on stage with your wee dick.
And your seal feet. And you say whatever you want.
Your wee fucking polio legs and midget arms.
You're built like a toffee apple. You should be able to say whatever you want.
See you, the 33-year-old Karate Kid tattoo man.
Skip into the middle of the room there and talk into the noise box.
Pull your nunchucks out of your hole a wee second and make sure you say the N-word because you're supposed to.
Because it is your God-given right as a man.
Just
who lives on the outskirts of Larkin.
By the way, your teeth are damn near perfect.
But that's it.
Nah, your gums are fucked. You fucking smelly breath, gummy hair. Take your wee orthopedic insoles and your 42-year-old dad t-shirt and fuck.
And drop as many N-bombs as you want.
But don't say you.
I salute you, sir. But if you could refer to me as them when you say it. Oh, fuck. I mean, there's plenty of, like, I know the Legion of Skanks thing, and, you know, there are these, like, subcultures where people know...
The Legion of Skanks?
Yeah, like Jay Oakerson and all them boys. You know, they're almost like, listen, if you're coming into this circle, anything goes. But I think when you say that up front, it only attracts a certain type of person. So they're kind of they're okay nearly.
Yeah. I think it just depends on, like... I don't really know. There's definitely instances where I've been in clubs where, like, a lot of people are taking it way more seriously than what you're... Do you know what I mean? Like, they forget you're joking.
Totally. But they hold comedians, you know...
We get more shit than politicians
for sure. Like, Trump can openly just be like, oh, I hate Mexicans. And if you had a bit where you're like, I'm not too keen on Mexicans, people are like, comedian slams Mexicans. Not us, but, you know, some other pedophile like Chris Diaz. Sorry. But it's weird.
It's the Portuguese. I don't fucking like them. You know, there's definitely... There's and you see it on, like, fucking...
I made a joke about pedophiles, and some guy was like, we're gonna fucking ruin your career. And you're like, ruin pedophiles' careers?
Yeah.
Don't ruin my career. And by the way, it was hilarious.
Did you hear what happened to me in Strabane a couple of months ago?
Were you sexual?
No. Oh. Mark McCartney was doing support for me, and it has a joke where it, like, says the word autistic.
Yeah.
And some woman who has an autistic kid was steaming drunk in the crowd, fucking left the gig. And there's a whole big fucking thing. It was, like, all over Facebook because people assumed that it was me that had said it.
Right.
But the killer bit, the bit that really fucking made me laugh, my mate worked in the theatre, messaged me that night, and he was like, man, she was absolutely fucking steaming. Like, she was completely, like, off her face drunk. Yeah. Didn't know what was going on. My mate's autistic. Right? So an autistic fella was able to go, oh, she's a dick. And
the guy that works there?
The guy that works there.
Fuck's sake.
But it was, like, all over fucking Facebook and shit. And I ended up getting a message from somebody who was at the show the night before going, that joke you make about autism's a disgrace. And I was like, well, problem is it's not me that makes the joke.
Yeah.
The joke isn't about autism, and it's not me that makes it.
Yeah.
And she was like, I fucking was at your show. I seen you do it. And I'm like, I've done that show 60 times, and I don't say the word autism in it.
Yeah.
Then, like, McCartney fucking puts the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Tells her where she's going wrong, all that shit, and not one of them said sorry. And I was like, you fucking wank. Like,
oh yeah,
you will get people going, I will ruin your life, and then get caught out and go,
of course. Yeah. That's not the point.
Yeah. And also
that's not the point that I'm wrong.
Every one of them had a Caroline Flack Be Kind sticker on their fucking Facebook profile photo as well.
Well, of course, that's the whole deal. I have that clip of me joking about it on this podcast. Like, your podcast really helped me through a load of dark times, you fat ugly shit.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Man, you've skipped me up from some really low dark places where I was very alone and depressed and all, which isn't a bad effort for a fucking useless fat balding cunt. Like
I was thinking about killing myself, but I think you should do it instead.
Yeah. I'll leave that for professionals like you. I know. Fucking move on. See what comedians are, you're just like, move on.
Aye.
Move on. Like,
it's just a fucking... I don't know. It does make me go, I don't think I want to do it anymore.
I mean, I'm not
I don't know
tied into anything. Like, I don't give a shit. That, you know, I'll do stand up because I'm like, it's an outlet for something.
Aye.
Go to the door. Yes.
Jesus Christ, night.
If they need car keys, they're sitting on that desk there. Yes. Downstairs now. Minor interruption.
There we go. Thank God there's somebody to edit the...
People think that this is the office for the downstairs business. You know?
Yeah.
So that because it's on the door, so they come on up. You blood in your hand? You hit him? I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We'll hit some questions here, will we? First of all, let's watch this porn someone sent us. You know, I haven't watched a porn video on this in this long time. And Mick comes on, and sure enough, someone sends a fucking video over. I love how, you know, most girls are just like sitting there dildo in their ass, and they're just like, send me the money, I don't give a fuck. And typical Belfast girl, you're fucking gorgeous. I'll do it for free. Listen to Eminem in the background or what? Is it?
I'm in my stomach rumbling. Nah. I feel like
I'm getting all biz. That's a gag. Australian guy ripping the dick off himself.
Is this like an OnlyFans fucking thing or something?
It must be. It doesn't look like it might be a while ago, like. Might have just been straight up web. Bit of a chatterbait.
Jesus wept.
I'm all
grannies.
I'm all biz, not lonely grannies. Lonely grannies want sex. Whose granny looks like that?
Oh, mine's dead.
I'll take on the tour of Belfast. Imagine. There's the big fish. There's another big fish.
Titanic is the only thing goes down around here.
Oh, there's my gooch, aka my peace wall.
That's a passy supper. That's a passy supper.
I'm all biz.
I don't want to watch porn with you anymore, Colin.
She's on the. What are you trying to say? I don't know what she's saying.
I thought she had a dick for a second there. It was her hand.
That's too much, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh my mate.
Imagine you phoned into fucking like a sex line or babe station. That's how old I am. Babe station.
Imagine it was past 6 o'clock when you rang
sitting
in.
there going, I'm going to phone this dirty hotline, and you hear bloop, bloop, bloop. Well.
Dick just goes,
burn the phone.
Wait, love, what are you doing?
What do you want to do to me? No, I'll ignore you.
Sorry.
You're through to Julie. What do you want to do to me? I'm sorry, I have the wrong number. I believe you were involved in an accident. It wasn't your fault.
Oh, it is PPI? Oh, that's my PPI. I love the way she's like, I'm on here making a bit extra money for the child, and then she's literally like, I love you. This Australian man's paying my way now. I'm all biz.
Oh, Christ.
Fanny's hitting the leg of me.
Fanny's hitting the leg of me.
The playlist is...
Oh, no, turn it off. I don't want it anymore.
What? She's just...
I actually think I'm too old for shit like this now.
Oh, yeah. All right, we'll hit some questions in. Give us some traditional Northern Irish cuisine, a fish supper, and then we'll go for a chiplet.
No peas and onions.
No peas or onions or nothing. And I was throwing up in the bucket in the corner there. This is it, man.
I hear Thunderland's going to be open soon. Then we'll go to that theme park.
If you want to listen to your own podcast while we're doing this, that's perfectly understandable. How do I make this work here on the Patreon? We've got questions. Did Epstein kill himself? Things like that. It's one of the... Who asked me about that? And I was like, either way, I'm into it.
Aye.
You know?
I mean, it's definitely very potential that his fucking cellmate beat the fuck out of him. But...
Yeah, like if you were a lifer and you were like, this guy's a nonce.
There's some people said he's not dead. They reckon there's a body double and shit involved in there.
That's right.
There's definitely a load of cons that he has shit on, like. like Bill Clinton, all that carry on. You're like that. He's bound to Prince Andrew, all of it.
They didn't go into that deep enough, pardon the pun, but like they didn't go into the fact that like all these guys were at the island.
I know. Chris Tucker, you're like, what? Man, what? Yeah, go be a Rush after 4.
Yeah, that's black speak.
Sorry.
It's like blackface, but with your mouth.
Oh, right, can you do that?
Yeah, really well. Sophie Johnson, do you think once things go back to normality, the working week will still be the same for officey people? I don't think so. I think people like my sister. She phoned me last night in a rager. You know when someone rings you at a weird time and you're like, "Here we go," and she was talking. She's like, "I'm fucking doing 3 jobs a minute." She's like, one girl got furloughed, who she thinks is gonna get booted as soon as they go back, but she's on furloughed on full pay.
Fucking hell.
And then my sister had to take on the work of someone else. Not in full capacity, just on like email thing. But she's like, I'm technically doing 3 people's jobs now for just my regular pay. And I was like, nah, I tell you something. You don't need to be doing that. I would just be like, well, this is 3 people's jobs. I can't do it all.
I think it's going to be like...
But she said it has not affected her, the fact that she's at home. She does all the work from home now. So people are bound to be able to be like, yeah, I can do the job. Or else you start doing a full week and then they phase it out and they're like, okay, you only come in once a week.
There's definitely going to be, I think, like, you're going to find a lot of, like, any rights you have as a fucking employee, you're going to slowly but surely start fucking disappearing. I think that's why we've tend to have things.
Sure, that's been happening.
Been happening for years anyway, but I think at this point, it's going to be like comedy, where they're going to be like, you should be glad to have a job.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's definitely going to be some of that shit.
Totally. Yeah, that comedy is very much like that, isn't it? You should be lucky to be here.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. Yeah, it's going to change. Because, things are going to remain a wee bit more distanced. Sure, my dad the other day was like, he's like, they're offering up voluntary redundancy here.
My dad put in for it as well.
He goes, I might fucking go.
My dad's put in for it.
I was like, you should read that fucking Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week, and you just be walking around going, fuck you, fuck you, suck my dick, but not really, metaphorically. You know what I'm saying, Tina? And then, you're out of there.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about, like, the value of money. Is it like, do you want, like, for talk's sake, he was like 100 grand, and you're like, yeah. Or do you want 50 grand, but you work a fraction of the time? You'd be way better having the 50 grand and all the spare time.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? But anyway, it's a different story altogether. First pub you're looking to go back to, and the first pint you're looking forward.
The Woodville Arms and Guinness. Fucking best pint of Guinness ever in Lurgan. It also happens that the guy that owns it lives next door to my parents, but so I'm not saying it's going to be free.
Yeah.
But I went to Randy from the Bonnevilles.
Sure, he's never out of it.
In March. Never out of it. And fucking a delicious pint. So that'll be where I'll be going. And I know my plan is going to be give me 2 pints of Guinness, and one I just fucking sink.
Yeah.
And the other one I'm like, I'm going to smoke now.
Yeah, because there's certain things you can't necessarily replicate at home. Guinness is one of them. Unless, Maureen's father. And that he's like a fucking mad scientist. He'd be like, come here, and he opens the door in the back of a van and just pint of Smithwick's. What happened? First pub looking back, I don't really it'll probably be a local one to us. I'm not gonna say the name because y'all are freaks. But again, it won't be to be going out on the full rip, because the best drinking that we do is just at the house.
Yeah, totally. You're going to do that anyway.
And we have that, but see, like bit of nice weather, like the fucking General Banter fire pit. DJ Khaled over here. And just drink as much as you listen to your own fucking music. Nice seats outside. No one can hear you scream. All that shit is way better than sitting in a pub, waiting in a queue to lean over.
I think pubs are going to be absolutely shit when they open again.
Yeah, pubs. You go to pubs midweek, I think. If you want to get lit, you'd stay at home on the weekend and have a barbecue and get chinned.
I do love fucking
coming down Saturday or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. My sister's coming down Saturday.
Yes.
My sister's coming down Saturday, so I might need a drink after that.
No, but I'll give me a shout.
Just to pass each other in the driveway. It's like stone cold. Yeah. We're gonna get.
Well, Maureen feeling better. Fuck up.
Oh, she's been on a gin full tilt. Like,
not a girl, fucking right.
She'll come in with the fucking, like fruit cocktail in a bowl and be like, taste that, that's gin, and you're like.
I went round to my sister's house a couple of weeks ago, and
have you had that pineapple Morgan Spice?
I'm dying to fucking
squeeze my Norks together.
We went round to my fucking sister's house a couple of weeks ago, and her fiance made like, we all taste that there, and I was like, what is it? He goes, I don't fucking know. But it was fucking delicious. But it was like a big, they've got those big like IKEA fucking like milkshake glasses. It was like slightly bigger than a pint. It must have took me 3 hours to drink it. And by the time I finished, I was like, can I sleep on your sofa because I'm not going to make it home.
That's why people love those like tiki cocktails where it's like 12 shots of or like rum in it, and you take 2 sips and you're blind. Yeah, but I think the thing you're missing is just the nice pints. I can't be sitting in a pub and fucking. The type of pubs near us are like, some old boy starts singing and everyone's like, shh, shh, shh. And you're like, fuck him. Fuck up. Don't even know the whole words. Anyway, I know Micky was playing The Last of Us 2 there. Imagine that was the name of it. The Last of Us 2 there. Is there any chance you would play a few games on a stream for the crack?
Nah, I don't play enough fucking PlayStation for that to be worth doing. I mean, William Thompson, they were chatting about doing some sort of weird fucking Twitch gaming podcast thing, but I don't think it ever happened.
That's weird.
I'm not into it.
I don't play any games. How dare they call Mick thick and paranoid? He's a keeper, but question is, does Michael think he's paranoid? Now, this was funny on my podcast last week. The guy was like, I always thought Micky was thick, but after listening to his podcast with Connor, and I know he's paranoid and thick. But then he goes, my podcast last week was called Thick and Paranoid. He goes, I enjoy Micky saying fuck off every 8 minutes on his other podcast. Question for you both. What was the biggest hurdle you've had in your careers? Or was there something you seen as a hurdle until you said fuck it and changed how you seen it? Well, yeah, I mean, because, a sexual assault allegation is only words. And, you can get over that if you really...
Did you get over it? Do you want to? No. I didn't tell anybody you did it. No, weirdly, I don't have I had any fucking hurdles? I think getting over the fact that it didn't give a fuck about being on TV.
Yeah, like you're chasing...
Do you know what I mean? Like you're chasing something and then you get on and you're like, oh, ugh.
Yeah.
It was boring as fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of like... literally like cultural norms that you think are in place in showbiz, and it's not anymore. Like, you would be doing BBC a favour working for them.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a good point, Mick. Fair play to you on that. What's the biggest hurdle? The hurdle is doing it professionally.
Yeah.
Taking it from like, oh, you got some beer money and you had a regular job to doing well for yourself.
Yeah.
Like trying to monetize it, basically. If Micky had to have a man cuddle, would he choose Yums or Colin?
Ah, that's not fair.
That's tough. I could do without it. Like, so
Yums in.
If you want to,
fuck you.
He might need it more. What do you think about Max Roshkopf calling his UFC fight? But did you see that?
Was the coach kept trying to get him to go back out?
The guy was like, I don't have it. I want to quit. And Robert Drysdale was like, nah, fuck you, go back in.
Right.
People need to like make that a bit more socially acceptable in a fight. Why? What makes you more hard about like keep going in for 2 more rounds, getting the fucking head?
Right. Or admitting, fuck this, I'm not gonna win.
Like if you're a professional fighter, you want to go, but does it damage your reputation? But then it doesn't look good to get your fuck kicked in either.
Aye.
It should be a wee bit more like, listen, he's got me.
Aye.
I'm just stopping here.
Yeah, I think if you like. Yeah, if you've done enough fucking fighting and training, you know when you're not going to win.
Totally. You know if a person's like really, it'd be like, if they allowed it in football and you were like fucking, say you were like fucking 80 minutes in and it was 12-1, you'd be like, just call it now.
Aye, just go home.
That's it's the same thing. I know you can't do that, but in the interest of inclusivity, any chance of re-recording the intro music with the flutes and drums for your July 12th episode?
I can't hear it.
Can you not hear that?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Are they plugged in? Oh wait. No?
I hear it now.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good. I'll never be fucking up my joker. What are you doing for the 12th? Look at blog.
I don't know. It hasn't even registered on my fucking... When is it? Soon? A couple of weeks. The lads won't get their bonfires or marches and will be quite upset. I know. I don't think anything stops that.
See, one of the funniest things I ever fucking was ever done on me, like on Instagram, the last Paddy's Day, I put a thing up being like, listen, the day before Paddy's Day, like, tomorrow's Paddy's Day, so I'm going to be fucking filmed saying and singing some shit that I don't really believe in, but I'll be very drunk, and it's only one day a year. And then there's some bloke, like, who's in the Orange Order, messaged me something, like, funny, it was good crack, whatever, messaging him back. And then on the 12th, he, like, fucking tagged me in the story. It was like, listen, tomorrow I'm going to be saying and doing some fucking things. Like, and all day he was just sending me him fucking listening to this shit. It's one of the funniest days of my life. Like, proper cross-community bonding.
It's just weird, isn't it? Could you be arsed? Could you be arsed? Fuck. Look at the many questions, man. Right, I'll pick out some good ones. Do you think if a story broke out about Micky banging a load of 17-year-olds, would it just be dismissed as bullshit? Could you bang 17-year-olds when you were 17?
No.
Have you any specific career? You see, I think the type of physique me and you are into, you don't get it off a 16-year-old.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can find a 17-year-old that looks like a dirty old MILF.
Well, you're in West Belfast,
it's hard to find a 17-year-old wiping flour on their apron and go, right, come on in.
pull it out. Oh, dare. Have you any specific career milestones you're working towards? Not getting cancelled?
You're trying to get back on a fucking stage? The only one left?
Just in case you haven't seen this story. No. Career, mine would be, I'm getting there. I'm setting it up where, you know. So I've got a producer here now.
The whole thing?
Producer. I'm getting you a tag.
See, mine was
I want to be able to do it and then fucking go and do other shit.
Aye.
Go and try and make more funny stuff.
Yeah.
What's that fucking term out of that book? Automate your money.
I mean, you lost me at book there.
It rolls in while you're sleeping. Sorry.
Fucking. Just like
career milestones. Yeah, but I would like to spread the legs a wee bit internationally.
Aye.
And make content while I'm away.
Yeah, it'd be fucking class.
Basically, schultzing it right up.
Aye.
Which, what he is actually doing is Geddising it right up professionally before I got the chance to do it. Thanks very much.
Yes.
Schultz, you bastard. Did you both have a wee weep and a grope when you saw each other today?
No.
Must have some amount of horn on him. I meant Bartlett, not me, I swear. That's Violin Mick. Carl, me and my 4 mates, I know too many cooks in the kitchen, have started a podcast. What advice would you and Micky give us? Well, I don't know why you're asking Micky.
No, don't ask me.
I hate that. I see that thing. What advice do you have? Have it be class and try and make it popular. It's like
all you can do is actually fucking do something, and your only competition is yourself.
Wrong.
Do you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
It's me.
Yeah, really.
No, it's just I hate that question because if you fucking wanted to do it, you'd be doing it across the board. You know what I mean? Like people make fucking vlogs on a shitty iPhone until they get a better camera. People shoot loads of stuff. There's people who've done gallery openings with fucking iPhone photos. You know?
Yeah.
That Alexander McQueen documentary, he was buying material with dole money. You know what I mean? It's like, just be fucking doing it.
That's all there is.
People are like, what setup do you have? And you're like, well, how much money have you got? It's like, you gonna spend fucking...
You hear Gary Shandling talking about stand-up, and the guy's like, what's the shortcut to stand-up? And he's like, there literally isn't one.
No, there is.
Like, you just have to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And
it's a bit like jiu-jitsu or something. You know, you're not going to get a fucking black belt in a year and a half or something. You know, it takes ages, like, and everybody knows. It's not like you tick a few boxes and do a few kata. Everybody has to unanimously go, oh yeah, they're really good. It's weird. So you have to happen to me. Thanks. On a scale of 1 to 10, how worried were you and Micky about Micky's breakdowns during lockdown, and what's your initial reaction to the titty dances? Well, I'll tell you what, it's not my first fucking rodeo. On them
first time I've seen these fucking girls going, they can't even really do it anymore. Okay.
Just a bit more weight behind it now.
Fuck you. Bought and paid for, sure.
Watch this, creepy as fuck. Let me see. Is this Did you see that clip of Chris D'Elia when he's like, oh, how did they get the information on the thing? And they go, oh, you can screenshot Snapchats. And he was just like, darn. For fuck's sake, it's weird. Look at the sweat on my arms.
I know, I'm falling.
Gross. Video dating tape. I'm not watching that shit. Any whitey experiences?
I was in drugs.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I've never been sick smoking weed.
I have once. But again, I've only ever smoked weed when I've already been drunk.
Yeah.
Apart from, remember that was the night me and you watched fucking RuPaul's Drag Race in Maureen? And Maureen's mum came in and we were both like...
Yeah.
Smoking weed with a fucking...
Teeth all stuck on it.
Out of a fucking... Was it like a... What do you call it?
Sriracha ball?
Sriracha ball. Like fucking...
I should have encased that in resin. That was a relic.
Yeah, it was a fucking dragon's den.
It was fucking genius because I had a slide from playing slide guitar and I put a hole in it and stuck it in and put like blue tack around it and then put like the wee gauze thing in the top of that and then the little twist release on the top of the sriracha meant that you could like take a wee bit and lock it up instead of wasting any smoke. You just lock it in there and like hold on a second.
It was great
And it was spicy.
Aye, you just sit there fucking,
you know. I would never do that. You know when you're like, I'll take one. I don't really feel that. And then you fucking like 5 bowls of weed deep, and you're like, is that it working now? And it feels like you've your head out the window of a fucking 747.
That happened to me fucking like the only time in my life, and don't try this at home. The only time I've ever tried like took MDMA when it was a Glastonbury a couple of years ago. I was like, I'm going ahead. Like fucking. I remember like waking up the next day. The girl I'm so happy I'm angry. The girl I was going out with was like, you were snoring so loud last night. It was a disgrace. And I was like, listen back to that recording you made of me. I was swallowing my fucking tongue and you didn't help it. Fucking scary as shit.
Does Micky,
still to this day the best night of my life.
Does Micky prefer podcasting with Mr. Geddis or Mr. K? Serious question.
What do you say? You wouldn't want to cuddle me, so stick your podcast up your hole. It's such a fucking. I hate saying it. Because I think every comedian says.
But it's Connor Case.
No, based on lockdown, just like, and I'm getting really into podcasting. Like, I'm sorry, I really enjoy doing them now, which I didn't really think I would. But to answer your question, Case, you can smoke fags.
That's right. Oh yeah, you smoke in here too. Look, cover over the thing. I mean, obviously don't because it would be fucking stinking.
I'd be like new carpet now.
Well, we're not going as deep into the deep dive on the conspiracy side of things over here. You know what I mean? I also don't watch the news.
Oh, neither do
I. What sort of question is Micky going to Australia with you?
Who's Micky?
I think they spelled your name wrong.
Oh, are you going to Australia?
Micky's been in Australia. By the way, I mentioned this once. I was like, this is before lockdown. I was like, the next tour is gonna. I should have kind of been there by now, but I was like, it'd be stupid if I didn't try doing a run of gigs in Australia or like America or something like that. So that was on the list, and people were like, "What date are you coming to Australia and where?"
Aye.
You know, people were like, "When is it? Is it soon?" I'm like, "There's nothing in place."
Yeah, I was supposed to be fucking just back, so hopefully next year. Or I don't know what way their lockdown's working.
Yeah,
if you're even allowed in the country, because I'd like to try and get it before the end of the year.
But be nice, wouldn't it? If you could only have weed or booze the rest of your life, which would it be? Drink, probably. Unfortunately.
Although, the healthy option would definitely be weed, but...
Yeah, but I would rather just blow out the lines every once in a while with drink.
Aye.
Because that's what you want. You know what I mean? Like, you can get away with, like... You know, you enjoy a drink because you have the free time.
Yeah.
I'm more like, is there a window where I can get fucking chinned here? Sometimes I actually feel more relaxed after getting... with a real bad hangover. Do you know, you're just like, actually, I feel like I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed to blow it out of my system.
Just a good old-fashioned fucking wrecking session.
As I push ibuprofen into my anus. I'm so excited for this podcast. Leah, fucking pawing the fucking slice off herself.
Jesus Christ.
She's in there speed bagging.
Niall's around the corner there making a list of stuff he has to cut out.
Speed bagging the bean off herself over there. Would you ever do a comp for someone on the Patreon to come on the podcast with yous and Iron Extender? For like to sit in on the podcast, which I mean, I feel like you would realize very quickly how out of your depth you were.
Aye. Not even just because we're comedians, but also because we're all mates. Like it'd be like going to a birthday party you weren't invited to.
It'd be so fucking weird, and would probably just rip into you for like fucking an hour. Like, what's this pedophile doing here? Let me see this video. Oh my god, hold on a second. Let me see. Why does it not link the video? Oh yeah. Oh, wow.
Did I hear he's a fucking rich cunt as well? Like his parents are loaded.
His dad's a TV producer.
Yeah. Ah, well then fuck him. Double fuck him, cunt.
Really? You have a problem with him being...
There's so many fucking times in like the industry where you find out, you see some cunt who's dead famous, you're like, how'd that happen? And then it's like, oh, daddy let him do it.
Well, that's the thing. Like maybe
I didn't realize Michael McIntyre's dad's a big producer as well.
Maybe you're just in that business where you're like, oh, maybe this seems to... They let this fly over here, you know?
But yeah, I think that's the fucking thing.
There's my dad's mate Jerry with his fucking 17-year-old girlfriend.
Aye, but I think if you're handed a fucking career in show business, that's you don't.
I don't think necessarily that he was, but you're definitely comfortable enough to try it out.
Yeah,
like that's where the real like privilege would come from when you're doing comedy, because there's no money in it for a long time. So it's like you could lounge at fucking home or someone pay you money while you go out and do open spots all the fucking time.
Well, there's something there. Like I think that really does weed out the creeps from the fucking good. Do you know what I mean? Well, no, maybe not, because Louis C.K. is a fucking creep, technically. Was he? I don't know.
I don't even think so. There's a lot of stuff I'm just like,
aye,
weird guys be doing weird shit.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I just fucking I hate the concept or like handed a fucking career in this. Like,
fucking hell. Well, the last question is weird because it says you have to have one as a support act for yourself. Micky Shane. Who you having? Neither.
As a support act?
These guys...
I would eat you alive.
These guys are some of the best comedians in the country.
There's definitely a certain thing where like I love having a fucking great support act or something like...
Yeah, it's way better than just bringing some fucking dud who like, you know, dies in his hole.
Aye. And then I was like, can I have money from that now, please?
Please. Let me see this. Can you tell me which recent podcasts... Oh, fuck off. I think that's it. That's the end of the question. What an anticlimax. It's over. We didn't end on a big funny question. But sure, what can you do? We're going to have to get out of here before these cameras run out of juice, I think.
I need to go fucking get a wee juice. I
need to dry the back of my legs.
I'm soaking.
I can't wait for this podcast.
Absolutely
soaking wet.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you were saying.
Of a delivery here. Dude, I'm fucking soaking.
Real quick, this is fucking... I ordered a pizza there a couple of weeks ago, obviously. And again, one of those like Eastern European mixed with a Northern Irish accent, right?
Yeah.
So the guy phoned. And he
Bro,
was
this is hate speech. I hope you know what you're going into.
The guy phoned and it was just he couldn't find the house, and he went, mate, I am sitting outside number 31, and I fucking laughed my butt out.
31?
Number 31, because it was like, mate, I am sitting outside number 31.
Yeah.
Like, and I was going Polish, and I don't even know. I can't wait to see this dude, to see like which racial prejudice.
Was it Domino's or was it the place gives you diarrhea?
Domino's. But I found out recently all pizza gives me diarrhea.
If you eat two of them in 16 Stella,
like
boys be shit.
It's important to chew.
That's what it should say on the box instead of "this is hot." It's important to chew.
Use the back ones as well.
And you're just shitting out full pepperonis.
Stuffed crust. Doesn't matter.
Right ahead.
Bye.
Cheers, Mick, for being my first podcast back.
Thanks for having me.
I'll invoice you.
The studio.
No ball.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.